Today on Refined, this isn't your mother's cosmetic counter.
You don't have to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on these elaborate costumes to get your look.
Nerd makeup artists transform a refined producer into a Comic-Con superhero. Don't miss how this turns out. Then, from superheroes to wizards.
I got the Goblin King sandwich.
It's just the best cheese sandwich you can get. They're just absolutely great.
The food truck putting a spell on people around Seattle. And
I was just in love instantly. I was like, whoa, what is this?
there's only one city in the country brewing this special booze, and we're living in it. Seattle Refined starts now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Garth Swanson, coming to you today from Honor Coffee. It's Seattle's version of Revenge of the Nerds as the countdown begins to the 15th annual Emerald City Comic-Con. Thousands of colorful characters, many in costume, will converge on the Washington State Convention Center beginning Thursday for this massive convention. Now, if you don't know about it, trust us, this is a really big deal.
So if you have an inner geek that needs to be celebrated, and let's face it, we all do, this is your chance. From sci-fi to superheroes, wizards to zombies, if it's nerdtastic, it's there. And for one local company, it's a captive audience of ideal customers. If you're looking for easy breezy, Espionage Cosmetics is probably not your jam.
We are a very different makeup company. We refer to ourselves as nerd makeup, and Revlon and CoverGirl, they're very good at what they do, but they kind of ignore a market that we are, and that is, nerd girls who were into comic books and video games and were more into math clubs and learning how to put on eyeliner.
Just the type of person you'll find at Comic-Con, and you better believe Espionage will be there too.
So Emerald City Comic-Con is, in my personal opinion, and I may be a little biased, the best show in the U.S. And we travel to shows all over the country, and this is our favorite, not just because it's here, it's because it's so well curated, so well crafted.
Refined stopped by Espionage HQ in Tacoma, aka the Geek Boutique, where Refined producer Kelly Blake volunteered for a Comic-Con makeover.
So what we're doing with Kelly today is we're kind of doing an homage to the new Aquaman that Jason Momoa is going to be playing, because he's also one of the guests this year.
So we're just going to do like an everyday beauty look, but then we're going to jazz it up with some special effects scales and some of his tattoo work that he's wearing in the movie. And we're just gonna make her have this beachy, wavy, because he's Aquaman, he lives in the sea, so we're gonna give her like the sea siren hair to just bring everything together. It's gonna be really, really awesome. There's so many people at Comic-Con who wear these amazing cosplays, and a lot of people feel discouraged that they can't do something simple, but still have a dramatic effect. You don't have to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on these elaborate costumes to get your look across. You're able to do something simple by wearing, these leggings and just putting some kind of, scales on your face. You can transform into an Aquaman character and have it translate as Aquaman. Okay, and we are done.
After getting the full Hollywood treatment, Kelly was finally ready to unveil her new Comic-Con look. We're excited to see all of your crazy cosplay photos, so be sure to tag us at Seattle Refined. Tune in tomorrow when we'll meet a local woman who's turned Comic-Con into a year-round costume cash cow. And when you see her stuff, you'll know why. And just to whet your appetite, we have a complete photo gallery of the kind of costumes you'll see at this year's Comic-Con. There are shots from last year's convention in Portland. The outfits run from the skimpy to the sublime to the ridiculous. But hey, we aren't judging. Whatever floats your boat. Check it out by logging onto our website and searching for 2016 Rose City Comic-Con.
Comic-Con always has its share of witches and sorcerers and other folks from Middle-earth. And for when they get hungry, we found the perfect wizard wagon to conjure up some grub right here in the heart of Seattle.
Swords, sorcery, and cheese. If you want a magical lunch, you gotta check out Cheese Wizards.
Cheese Wizards is a grilled cheese food truck here in Seattle. We've been open for about 4.5 years. It's a grilled cheese extravaganza inside. Being wizards, we have a lot of wizard and magical themed items. All of our sandwiches are named after goofy wizards.
I got the Goblin King sandwich.
Our most popular is called the Goblin King, and it's a slightly spicy chicken sandwich with roasted red peppers, it's kind of tangier cheeses, a bit of cream cheese, and then Emmentaler Swiss.
What is it? The Voldemortadella.
The Voldemortadella is a New Orleans-inspired muffaletta sandwich with a lot of ham, olive spread, and then a provolone cheese. Our Forest Lord is a caprese style with a Havarti base and mozzarella. And then the classic, the simple sandwich, is the Cheese Wizard, but simple is an unfair thing to call it. It's got multiple cheddars on it, mostly Tillamook's, Monterey Jack.
Thank you.
It's just the best cheese sandwich you can get. It's just absolutely great.
So what goes into making the best cheese sandwich you can get?
A lot of love, a lot of care, really good ingredients.
Clarified butter.
Clarified butter. Our bread comes from Tall Gas Bakery in Ballard, and they made some of the best bread in all of Seattle.
Oh, and don't forget the sauce. These magical potions, from Merlin's magic mustard honey to the sriracha-infused Wizard's Fire, will elevate your sandwich to a whole new supernatural plane.
Yeah, so this right here is the Ark of the Condiment, and we've got 6 boutique sauces here inside of our udders, which you milk like a cow, in our majestic Ark of the Covenant themed sauce bar.
Gotta dip it in the Wizard's Fire.
For one final bit of delicious alchemy to top it all off, you gotta get the tomato basil bisque.
Yeah, some people will forgo our amazing sauces just because they like the soup so much. And we actually make the soup a little bit more acidic than a number of different soups out there. A lot of people will add sugar or more cream. We don't do that because we want to have it contrast well with the really rich cheese in the sandwich. What can we do for you?
I do the Forest Lord combo.
But I gotta say, the most satisfying part for me is feeding people, seeing people enjoy the food that we make, getting to meet new faces, and then stuffing them with cheese.
Excellent.
Do you have a favorite food truck we need to try? Drop us a line on our Facebook page and let us know.
If Cheese Wizards doesn't cast a spell on you, we found some other grilled cheese hotspots you might like.
From the ultimate grilled cheese made with brie and cheddar to the classic melty magic of ham and cheese, our refined foodies have tracked down Seattle's 5 meltiest grilled cheese sandwiches. Just log on to our website and search for grilled cheese. The search is over for the best Philly cheesesteak in Washington. The Food Network says it resides at the Hollywood Tavern in Woodinville. This twist on the City of Brotherly Love classic is loaded with steak, onions, and the tavern's own secret sauce. If you try it, drop us a line and let us know what you think.
So you say Cambe?
Seattle Refined is just getting started. Spirits, anyone? We try a super rare liquor that might actually boost your metabolism, and it's only brewed in one place. But first,
Get a feel of the culture, like we come here to Hawaii and we get to experience the culture.
another chance for you to win a Hawaiian getaway as Refined's Aulani adventure goes off the beaten track.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, all week long, we're giving you a chance to win an amazing trip for 4 to Hawaii, thanks to our friends at Aulani, a Disney resort and spa.
This place is pretty amazing, with great food, great entertainment, and plenty of places to have fun and relax with the family. And you don't have to look very far to find the magic of Hawaii's unique culture and wildlife.
Hey, this is Rain here at Aulani, and let me tell you something, Rain. This place is spectacular, especially when it comes to the artwork.
Absolutely. You know, Gard, we have one of the largest contemporary Hawaiian art collections in the world.
In the world?
In the world.
Wow.
So it's really important that we showcase all of our Hawaiian art to our guests. You see, it goes from the ceiling down to the floor. But one of the main things that you'll see when you come to the lobby is our art mural here. Now, this mural goes all the way around the lobby, and it's about 200 feet long.
That's not you on the boogie board, is it?
That is not. No, that's actually my cousin right there.
Oh, I love it. Walk with me for just a second. Okay, so when I got here to the resort, I've obviously come through the front doors here, and then I'm looking down here at this hallway, and I see a beautiful mural, and then I look down this way, and I see a beautiful mural. So no matter where I go at Aulani, I'm going to see artwork, right? No matter what floor,
Absolutely.
No matter where I go out by the pools.
We have artwork on every single floor of the resort. We also have artwork down below in our restaurants, in the Makihiki restaurant and the Olelo room, as well as even on the facades of the buildings.
What does that mean to you, being Hawaiian, and you have that kind of rich culture and that kind of heritage, and you're sharing it really with the world here at the resort?
Oh, it's so important. You know, we here in Hawaii, even if you're not Hawaiian, you have to feel some kind of connection to the culture because it's just all around you.
And while the art collection is exquisite, what I learned during my nature and wildlife tour with Sarah was just as cool.
So this is just so spectacular here, isn't it? You have the carp and this beautiful water.
Yep.
Man, where are we here?
Right now we are in our fish pond where our lowering islands is.
And what do you mean lowering island? I don't get it.
Right here, what we have is our magical attraction that we have right here. So on this line of this big pohaku, this big rock.
You're talking about this one right here?
Yep, this one right here.
Wow.
On the tops of them is all of our islands that are connected to our Hawaii state. So in our state, we only have our 8 islands, but they have this belief that it comes in one huge pohaku.
Oh, I get it. So those are the top of the islands,
Yes.
and then everything else under it is what you don't see out here when you're looking in the ocean.
Absolutely.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Now, that belief comes from our volcano that is here right now in our Kilauea. In the Big Island, that hot spot that we have has started where Ni'ihau is, which is our last island.
Oh,
so Ni'ihau was previously where the Big Island is. And after they popped up one island, moved down, the second island popped up, and we are actually having our 9th island popping up. It is called Lo'ihi, and it's about 30,000 feet underneath the water at this moment.
And it's coming up.
And it's coming up about 50,000 years.
Oh, is that what? All right, well, I can have a couple of Mai Tais
oh,
too.
yeah, absolutely.
Seattle Refined is giving you a chance to win a fabulous family vacation right here to Aulani, a Disney resort and spa.
Today's code word is luau. Watch or record all week to collect all 5 code words. Then on Friday, enter your chance to win at seattlerefined.com/Aulani.
And if you're planning a Hawaiian holiday away from the hustle and bustle of Oahu, we have you covered.
Refined foodie extraordinaire Jenny Schultz just got back from the quiet Hawaiian island of Kauai, and from shave ice to relaxing tiki bars to her amazing seafood, she's put together quite an itinerary of places you need to stop. Check it out by logging onto our website and searching for Kauai. Coming up, a mystery liquor from the Far East brewing up intrigue right here in the Northwest. Find out why Seattle is the only spot in the U.S. making this stuff. Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, one of our missions here on Refined is to keep you in the loop on new stuff happening in Seattle. And recently, we got a tip-off on a drink we've never heard of. And Seattle is the only place in the U.S. where it's brewed.
It's called makgeolli, and it's a fermented rice drink that's billed as Korea's oldest type of liquor. But it's brand new to Seattle, and there's only one place to get it. Makgeolli is the oldest traditional liquor from Korea.
It dates back almost 2,000 years.
Cody Burns is the brewmaster at Gearin Steakhouse. He says he was obsessed with makgeolli the moment it hit his lips.
It blew me away. I was just in love instantly. I was like, whoa, what is this? And why have I not had this before? And how come nobody's doing this? And so, on a whim, and perhaps a drunken one at the time, I decided, I want to make this for this restaurant. What a neat addition to what we're trying to do at Kirin.
Cody spends most of his days in this tiny space upstairs at the restaurant brewing.
What I do in this room is steam rice on my rice steaming platform here. You've got it ventilated to suck all the steam out as quickly as possible. Get the rice to a particular texture. Once the rice is fully steamed, I take it out, put it on the cooling racks, and cool it down to a 66-degree room temperature really, really quickly. And bringing it down to temperature quickly is really nice, forms a nice cool crust on the outside and drops the temperature really fast. And at that point, it can go very soon right into the fermenting vessels called hangari. And these are like the ubiquitous containers for everything that's fermented in Korean cuisine. Into the container goes the steamed rice and my enzyme and yeast compound, and then filtered water. And we mix it up and let the magic happen. The fermentation is pretty fast. About 7 days from start to finish before it goes in bottle, and then 2 days of bottle finishing, and then it's ready to drink.
But how does it taste?
I describe the taste as really deep. It has a naturally occurring carbonation and effervescence and a pretty nice acidity. So it kind of dances on your tongue a little bit like a beer would.
And if you can believe it, in moderation, it's actually good for you too.
A natural part of the fermentation process when you're doing it correctly is a really high lacto content, some trace A and B vitamins and minerals, and yeah, so as far as something that you can drink that's gonna get you having fun, it's perhaps the healthiest thing. Like when you ask the old timers out in the countryside, what's your secret? How are you in your 90s and you're living on your own still, don't need help from your kids, you're doing your own housework, tending your garden? They always point to makgeolli.
You're definitely going to want to get out and try it.
Especially robust meats that are really common in Korean cuisine now, and heavy spicy dishes. It's awesome.
Okay, we have to admit, since we filed this story, we learned about one other place brewing makgeolli. It's in Maine. For information on this story, check out our website.
And that's not the only flavors of Korea you can find on SeattleRefined.com.
The city is falling under the spell of bibimbap, which is the only food that might be more fun to say than eat. Bibimbap is a Korean rice dish. It means mixed rice. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it looks amazing. And refined foodie Jenny Schultz has listed 5 places on our site where you can give it a try. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Refined. There are so many things that seem to divide us these days. It's great when we find a community working together for a common cause. And that's just what's happening in the small town of Albany, Oregon, where hundreds of volunteers are joining forces to restore a classic carousel.
These volunteers have been working tirelessly for years, hand carving dozens of animals for the Albany Carousel. 2 years ago, they had the art and the dream. Now,
so this is the Albany Carousel, a 22,000 square foot building.
They've got a little more.
Since we have one of the prettiest restored carousels in the United States, let's put it in a building that complements it.
Gary Goby is the project lead. He says the carousel won't be the only feature here. This will also be a place for the public to come to gather.
So this is the common or meeting area.
Mingle, mix and meet their neighbors.
Elderly people want to be here. We want young people to be here. We want everybody to be here.
But the coolest part about the Carousel Project is how it's brought this community together.
I think the biggest thing that's gone into it is the passion of the volunteers.
Jennifer Weinmaster is the operations director. She says 90% of the money it took to build all of this has come from local donors, thousands of them, and 200,000 volunteer hours.
I think the carousel gives people some whimsy, some fun in their life. I think it's not just a destination for families, but it brings you instantly back to your childhood.
Jennifer says the carousel and building should be ready by June, and that's when the thousands who gave their time and money will get to gather around it and say, we made this happen. We made our Albany a better place to live.
It's such a wonderful, beautiful gift that we're giving Albany, I think.
All right, that'll do it for another edition of Seattle Refined, and many thanks to Honor Coffee. We'll see you next time right here.